If you've ever tried to analyze your first investment property and the numbers look confusing or even slightly negative, well, you're not necessarily doing it wrong. Many solid first investments don't look amazing in year one on pure cash flow. And the mistake that beginners make is stopping the math too early. So in this video, I'm going to be walking you through a beginner-friendly framework to analyze your first investment property using simple numbers, and we'll run a full example from slightly negative in year one to positive by year 5 using rent, location strength, principal pay down, and modest appreciation. No hype, just structure. This one's important for you first-time investors. Let's get into it. And for those that are new to the channel, well, welcome. And for those that aren't new, well, welcome back. My name is Mark Belanger. I'm a realtor with Metro City Property Group, and I work with Ottawa buyers and investors, and I help them analyze real properties in real neighborhoods. In fact, I built a website. It'll give you a bunch of resources. It'll give you everything from demographic information, income levels, schools, restaurants, and a whole bunch of other resources. So take a look at that. We're trying to evaluate the location quality and not just the price. So let's get back to a real life example. Let's say you're buying your first rental and the purchase price is $450,000 and you put 20% down, $90,000. Your mortgage balance is now $360,000. The comparable supported rent is $2,300 per month. But the actual rent now is $2,300 per month times 12 months is $27,600 per year. So we take that and then we layer off and we build the monthly costs. So if your estimated mortgage payment is roughly $2,100, you got property tax, you've got insurance, you've got maintenance reserves, you've got vacancy allowance, you've got utilities, and all of that adds up to just over $3,000. Let's call it $3,065 because I've done some quick math, roughly $3,065. So the simple test is cash flow equals rent minus your costs. That's pretty basic and is pretty obvious to most of the viewers. So $2,300 minus $3,065, you're at a negative $765 per month. So for the year one carrying cost, $765 a month times 12, you're down $9,180. Now, most beginners, they stop there and they say that the deal is really bad, but that's incomplete math. Next, we got to look at the location quality and the transit access. Using neighborhood data, income stability, transit access, amenities, stronger rental pockets often support higher achievable rent and lower turnover. Now, so let's follow along here. Let's say you find a place and it's in a better location, and that better location supports an extra $100 per month. So now the new rent is $2,400 per month, and the revised monthly cash flow looks like this: $2,400 per month in rent minus $3,065, which still gives you a negative number of $665 per month. And the year one carrying cost is dropped. Now it's negative $7,980. Still negative, but improving by choosing a better location structure. Now, add the principal pay down. Early in a mortgage like this, roughly $500 per month may go towards the principal pay down. So $500 a month times 12 is $6,000 a month. Year one net position from negative $7,980 plus the $6,000 pay down, you're now dropped to a negative $1,980. All right, so far so good. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. The math is working pretty well. You're still negative, but it's not as bad as when we first started this exercise. Now, add a modest appreciation. And we're not going to hype this up too much, but let's say that property appreciates 2% per year on $450,000. That's $9,000 per year. So year one total position is from negative $1,980 plus the $9,000. So you're now positive $7,020 in total return. Not guaranteed, but reasonable planning math. Now, extend to year 5 with conservative assumptions. So rent grows 3% annually, let's say, or about $2,700 per month. Now that's what the new rental costs are. And at the same time, your costs will grow 2% annually. So on the cost side, you're now up to $3,385 per month. Monthly cash flow is still slightly negative to the tune of about $685. However, let's go over the 5-year carrying cost. On the negative side, with all the carrying costs, is $41,100. On the positive side, the 5-year principal paydown is $30,000. The 5-year appreciation at 2% is $46,000. Year 5 net position is positive $35,000. So you went from negative monthly to positive long-term. And that's why, or how, real experienced investors evaluate the total return, not just the year 1 or month 1 cash flow. You got to look at the 5-year long-term horizon. And this only works, by the way, in durable locations. So as an investor, you got to check and you got to do your due diligence on things like income levels, transit access, schools, amenities, and rental demand. That neighborhood data, by the way, is all organized on my website, and you can compare all the various neighborhoods if you want before committing somewhere. So pull down the reports, read it, and do your homework. And before moving forward, you got to ask yourself, is my rent realistic? Did I include all of the real cost? Did I stress test all the math, and did I play with some of the variables? Is the area that you're looking at, is it durable? And do I have reserves? Again, play with the variables and do the math. If you want a structured starting point, use the investor resources that are, again, on my website. I've tried to build them for you there. And if nothing else, start with the readiness quiz. When you're ready, book a call with me. We'll run the numbers together, and we'll really start with clarity first, decisions second. So I hope that this information was valuable in some small way. I look forward to putting these videos together on a weekly basis. I hope it helped. Give me a shout. Let's see if that investment opportunity that you're looking at, let's crunch the numbers together. If you've never done this before, I'll help you along the way. I look forward to it. And until the next video, stay smart, stay invested. I'll see you in the next one.